In the kingdom of Shravas, there was a high minister whose wife originally had a harsh temper and an unkind heart. But during her pregnancy, her nature softened. She became gentle, kind, and even compassionate. After the child was born, he had an extraordinary appearance, unlike ordinary children. A fortune reader said, "This is the child's own noble nature. Name him Ahimsaka, meaning without affliction." Ahimsaka grew up strong and heroic, one man equal to 1,000. He learned quickly, excelled in martial skills, and became the finest horseman in the entire kingdom. His father sent him to study under a renowned Brahmin teacher. Ahimsaka was diligent, intelligent, and soon surpassed all his classmates, earning the teacher's special admiration. The Brahmin's wife, however, became infatuated with the young, handsome, and gifted student. She looked for chances to approach him alone, but never succeeded. One day, a donor invited the Brahmin and his students to receive 3 months of offerings. The Brahmin and his wife discussed who should stay home. The wife pretended to be serious and said, "The household needs someone capable. Better to leave Ahimsaka here." The Brahmin agreed and left Ahimsaka behind while taking the others. The moment the Brahmin left, his wife dressed herself in seductive clothing and attempted to entice Ahimsaka, openly expressing her desire to sleep with him. Ahimsaka firmly refused. "I study the path of integrity. I cannot do something wrong, and you are my teacher's wife. I would rather die than commit such a sin." Humiliated and enraged after being rejected, the woman plotted revenge. Before her husband returned, she tore her own clothes, scratched her face, covered herself in dust, and lay on the ground pretending to be assaulted. When the Brahmin came home, he was shocked. After repeated questioning, she cried, "Ahimsaka attacked me. I resisted, and he tore my clothes and beat me. The student you favor most treated me like this." The Brahmin was furious. But because Ahimsaka was the minister's son, he did not dare punish him directly. Instead, he devised a cruel scheme. He summoned Ahimsaka and said gently, "You've worked hard these days? Now I will teach you a secret practice. Complete it, and you will ascend to Brahma's heaven." Ahimsaka asked, "What practice is that?" The Brahmin said, "Within 7 days, kill 1,000 people and cut off a finger from each. String them together like a garland. When you complete 1,000, Brahma will come to take you personally." Ahimsaka felt something was wrong, but seeing his hesitation, the Brahmin placed a knife upright on the ground and recited a dark incantation to confuse him. Under the spell, Ahimsaka lost clarity and grasped the knife, his mind no longer his own. He went out and began killing. People were terrified and fled at the sight of him, calling him Angulimala, the man who strings fingers into a garland. By the 7th day, he had killed 999 people. Only one more finger was missing. His mother, worried that he hadn't eaten for days, brought food to find him. When Angulimala saw his mother approaching, he was about to kill even her, to complete the 1,000. At that crucial moment, the Buddha knew his time for liberation had arrived. He appeared as a wandering monk walking calmly nearby. Angulimala immediately threw aside his mother and ran after the Buddha. No matter how fast he ran, he could not catch up. He shouted, "Monk, stop!" The Buddha turned and said calmly, "I have already stopped. It is you who have not stopped." Confused, Angulimala asked, "Why do you say you have stopped and I have not?" The Buddha replied, "My mind remained settled in purity and stillness, but you learned wrong methods from wicked people and became confused by spells. Your mind has drifted far from your original, clear, and good nature. The thoughts you're following now, they're not really you." The words struck him like lightning. Angulimala suddenly woke up inside. He realized he had been deluded. He dropped the knife at once and prostrated at the Buddha's feet. The Buddha then revealed his true form, radiant and majestic. Angulimala confessed with deep remorse. The Buddha expounded the Dharma to him, and he suddenly understood the truth clearly. He begged to become a monk, and the Buddha accepted him. Soon after, he eradicated all defilements and attained arhatship, his mind completely purified. This story tells us, when a person leaves their true heart, they become like someone who has lost their sanity. Thoughts run wild, actions spiral out of control, and life is dragged in a painful direction. It is not the outside world that destroys us. It is the moment our mind becomes confused and we no longer command our own thoughts. But no matter what mistakes we have made before, as long as we are willing to wake up, life can begin again at any moment.